know people in DC who are immigrants that only get paid like $8 an hour, and it's not even the minimum wage here is $10.50, and they only get paid $8 an hour. And I'm just like, why don't you speak up? And they're like, what am I gonna do? Like, they're not gonna raise it. They don't see me as a person. They don't. It's true. I'm just like, you don't deserve that. I'm just kind of like, it just, you can't speak for everybody though, and that's what aggravates me. So yeah, and then you have a lot of them like renting out a house, and it's like a whole bunch of people that live there just so they can all help pay for the mortgage or the rent, or yeah, it's kind of scary. Latinos who are citizens definitely have more privilege than the Latinos who don't have citizenship. I definitely think I get more respect because I speak like, well, like people like to say I speak like a white person or whatever. I definitely think because I speak English and because I know my rights, I can speak up and I know how to tell you, look, this is bullshit. I know that I don't deserve this. Fuck you. Give me what I deserve. But I mean, I know I definitely think I have that privilege, whereas I know people who don't have citizenship and don't speak English don't have that privilege to say, hey, I deserve to get paid more than $8 an hour, or I deserve healthcare benefits. Instead, they are taught to shut up and just take it because it's a job. Like my mom, she doesn't have healthcare benefits, but she doesn't speak up, and it's like, you don't deserve that. And she's like, Jessica, it's a job. I pay the bills, and it's like, I'm paying for your schooling, so that's all that matters. It's just, it aggravates me because a lot of people don't see that it's like a type of privilege, and it is a privilege. I definitely think I have privilege over people who are undocumented. Even people who are undocumented and speak English. I have a friend who moved here when she was 4. She's illegal. She doesn't have any citizenship. She speaks perfect English, but she got fired from her job because her work visa expired. This is the hardest working girl I've ever met. Going to UMD, she had to drop out because she didn't have a job, and she can't get any loans. I definitely think I have more privilege than her, and like, it just aggravates me how, I'm sorry, it's very emotional to talk about, you know, because like, it's just not fair how they treat them. It's just like, they're people too, and like, this girl, she just wants a fucking education. You can't give her any fucking money for her. She's the smartest straight A 4.0 student I've ever met. How could you just take that away from her? She was paying $2,400 a month at UMD, working her ass up from pocket. How do you just take it away from her like that? She doesn't deserve that. And then it pisses me off that people don't see that as privilege. That is a type of privilege. What I have versus her, I have a little bit more privilege because I was born here and I have American citizenship. If you don't see that as privilege, then I don't know what you see that as. It just makes me mad. Sorry. Or people who don't have health care because they just take shit from their bosses. You don't deserve that shit. You don't. But of course, what are you going to do? You won't have a job. You won't have any money. You won't have income. What are you supposed to do? My culture is a part of me. It's made me who I am. It makes me, it's everything. My ancestry is everything. It's who I am today. It's the color of my skin. It's in my hair. It's in my eye color. It's in all of that. A lot of us don't know where we come from. And it's like my parents. Like, my parents didn't have much of an education. So if you tell them, oh, they have like Mayan or Native American blood, they completely like say, oh, no, we don't. Don't say that. Those people are crazy. Those people don't know how to act civilized or so. Or if you talk to a lot of people who don't like knowing that they have like Native American blood, they'll just be like, don't say that because my uncle or my grandfather or my great-grandfather was Spanish. I'm like, okay, so who cares? Like, you're mostly just Native American. People would like to put their Spanish ancestry before their Native American ancestry just to make it seem like they're better, or make it seem like, oh, I have European blood or a drop of European blood, therefore I'm better. I mean, the truth is we all have, well, most of us, or the majority of Latinos, have Spanish blood, but a lot of us also have Native American blood if you are one of those indigenous Latinos. A lot of people don't know about African slavery. People only see African slavery in Latin America, in Brazil, and Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic, and Panama. And yeah, those are the main countries where people talk about African slavery, but people leave out Mexico, people leave out El Salvador, people leave out Guatemala, people leave out Honduras, and Honduras is the big one. I don't even know my own history, and I want to know more about my history. I want to find out, I want to trace back my ancestry and see what I'm mixed with, and just so I can reclaim more of that in me and just make sure I know where I'm coming from. Or you know, just to have a better understanding of my identity, because I mean, most Latinos don't, a lot of us don't know our history. A lot of us like to say we're not mixed with Black, or we're not mixed with like Native American, because they think that's like that Black people and Native Americans are uncivilized. Like, that's just whitewashing.